Peace and balance, and welcome to the Expanded Story YouTube page. My name is Rose, by the way. And in today's video, I want to do a video regarding the new moon in Virgo happening on the 17th. I am not going to speak on the astrological side of it because that's not what I'm trying to fix this real quick. This is so nice, but I'm not going to speak on the astrological side of it because that's not what I'm being called for to do for this new moon. So yeah, I'm just gonna read the card and see what the universe and a spirit guide has to tell us, and anybody that's gonna tap into this video, so you can get prepared for it or know what may come from us experiencing that those alignment, those energies, because it's a new moon. It's a beginning of something. So you guys can already see, or be aware of what it is that you may expect from this new moon in Virgo. So yeah, let's just jump right into the reading. So yeah, you guys, unfortunately the same thing happened again. My video just cut out in the middle of this because of an Apple message. All this is distraction, man. I feel like this is what it's been happening all week, just distraction on distraction on distraction, and interruption, whether it's something interrupting your healing process or something interrupting your work or somebody interrupting your peace of mind. It's some kind of interruption going on, so we have to be aware of that. And yeah, I just experienced that for a moment. I kind of got a little bit annoyed, but I was like, you know what, I already pulled the card. Even though I already said what I said, maybe it's a new message that needs to come through, so I'm gonna keep going and not give up and pay attention to that, because everything is like test, and if you fail, you fail. You have to be able to look at things for what they are and not just get overwhelmed when certain things happen, because everything can teach you. Situation, even things you put yourself through, even minor frustration, is to teach you something about yourself that you may not know. But yeah, I just had to let it put that out there for anybody that needed to hear that. So let's get into the message that I pulled earlier, which is that, so the first one that I pulled, the King of Wands. And with the King of Wands, what it gave me was strength. You are being guided by the universe. You're being protected. You need to use your strength and your conviction to move forward into manifesting your reality, and get your drive back, get your crown back, basically get your strength back, and actually move forward in life. And don't get too overwhelmed by the energies or anything that may be happening, that, again, the distraction thing that may be stopping you or slowing down your process of manifesting your reality or anything that you may want. And actually look at the bigger picture and focus on whatever needs to be done and manifest, and you'll get there eventually. And then afterwards, I pulled the Magician card, and you can see, and that's just to let you know that you have infinite potential, and the universe is basically a reflection of you. And right now the universe is reflecting back to you your gift, your capabilities, your powers, basically. And it's up to you to try to connect with that aspect of you, and or that force to allow you to enhance the awareness of yourself, or what exactly it is that you need to do, or your gift basically is gonna enhance that and allow you to tap into more of yourself. I am tired, you guys, because I'm literally squatting. But yeah, that's what I got from that infinite. I got more, but I can't remember the message that I got earlier. Maybe it's getting you guys out to meditate or something. You guys have to meditate so you can actually have a deeper connection with yourself, to tap into that energy or whatnot. Yeah, that's what I got from that. And then I pulled the Ten of Swords. You can see that she's basic, again, that's like a feminine energy. oh, with the King of Wands, before I get into the Ten of Swords, with the King of Wands, right? It's a masculine energy, meaning you need to utilize that masculine energy, that logic, and integrate it with your feminine energy, your intuition, or your intuitive side, and allow it to work together to help you manifest anything. But back to the Ten of Swords, right? Back to the Ten of Swords. It's about contemplating. It's about removing yourself from a situation. It's about going into your own path and observing the journey ahead of you, and just being with yourself to get to know yourself, and just to like heal any wound, anything that may be taking hold of you or not enabling you to move forward. It's what you're paying attention to. You're letting go, and you are being guided by that feminine energy again. I don't look at the crow or crows, whatever, those dark bird, as necessarily being like a negative thing, like a bad message. It can be, but if you're not intuitive enough, you're gonna associate it with just it being negative, and that's not necessarily the case in this situation. It's actually support from the feminine energy, and you are being washed by your spirit guides, and they're gonna guide you towards the way, wherever it is that you need to go, and basically allow you to go on the right path, or your path, like no path that you take is the wrong path. All path that you take is right, even if it may look bad, or it may look like like it's not, something is not right. Like, just know it is meant to be. You're always gonna learn from everything, and everything is always gonna take you somewhere, and somewhere is always gonna allow you to learn something from yourself, to discover more, more things about life, or find more new path that you can walk towards. Because until you able to master a certain situation in your life, you won't be able to move forward, and you're always going to be stuck repeating that same cycle, and going through that same road all over and over and over and over again, until you figure out what exactly is going on, and and you actually look at things for what they are, and accept things for how they are, and actually move forward. And that can sometimes, what can be hard is what I meant is when we hold on to those experiences, or hold on to those things in those situations, and it doesn't allow us to move forward as easily, because now there's something that's kind of playing out as a chain, basically, and the moment you try to move forward, it's pushing you or pulling you back, and you need to know that that's you're doing that to yourself. You're holding on to a certain situation or something that may be holding you back. And then we have the thorns that I just pulled, and that is, weave yourself the crown you deserve. Again, with the crown, I even got that when I pulled the King of Wands. I don't know if you can see, but the fire right there is like a crown, and the crown has to do with authority, power, and stuff like that. So it says, weave together the crown you deserve. Gain back your authority over yourself, over your feelings, over your mind, and don't allow anything else to have control over those things, because those are very much valuable. Those are different systems in your body that allows you to function properly, and without them, you're always going to take a wrong step, or miss something, or feel like I shoulda, coulda, woulda, when that's necessarily what you need to focus your intention into, because it's your time that you're investing into those scenarios. And as I keep repeating itself, that you're wasting more time, and your time is very much valuable. So like, weave together the crown you deserve, and get back into yourself and walk in your power. Know that you are more, know that you deserve better, know that you deserve things that are going to embrace you as you are, that's going to allow you to be yourself, and allow you to just flourish as you should. And and know that you are worthy. Because if you don't know you're worthy, if you don't know your worth, if you don't know, your power, your strength, you're always going to settle for less. And things might look a certain way, and you may think that it is what it is, but you won't know until you find your true worth. And when you find your true worth, you're gonna start to look at situations as they are, people, places, and things, and know what it is that is for you or not. And things may be hard, especially to let go of certain people and places and things, but just know it's a necessary thing to be done for you to move further. So take all the time that you need to build back your confidence, build back your strength and authority over yourself, so you can now fully attract whatever it is for you, and put yourself in a better space, basically. So let's see if there's anything else that I need to add to that. Ooh, that's a lot, but yeah. What else do I need to add? Yeah, like confidence, your confidence to walk away from the situation, the confidence to do the work, the confidence to just do what needs to be done, the confidence to be yourself. I'm trying to find the best position, because I've been squatting this whole time and my legs are killing me. But I need like a little chair for right here, because this is like but yeah, confidence, it comes with time and practice. Don't rush the process, embrace the process so you can reach progress, or and have some kind of progress, because it's gonna happen eventually. You just need to take the time, to put yourself in that space, like, don't feel like you need to rush your healing process. Don't feel like you need to rush to get something or to do something, because you're always going to miss something that may have been very valuable in achieving more success in whatever it may be. So take the time to yourself. If you have to move away from a certain situation, just do it, and then take the time to yourself to heal from it and let go of that that feeling of regret, or just like, I don't know if y'all get it. Y'all ever like just left a bad, environment or a bad relationship or something and felt kind of like, damn, I kind of feel bad, or like, damn, like, that's you, not getting used to, the change. That's you kind of like getting back into that comfort zone, of not going through that healing process. So once you're aware of it, just know that you need to take your time. You're not in competition with nobody else or even yourself. It's all self journey. It's a healing process. It's a journey for all of us, and some of us take slower. It's slower for us to go through that healing, or for some of us it's faster, depending on how strong the spirit is within the body and how much support they actually getting or accepting from the spirit guide or the universe itself. Because the universe is always going to be there. It's like a mother, and a father, because it has that caring and loving, but it also has that harsh and strong type of foundation or system going on, to where it's though, like, if you do need and you're serious about your healing and you ask the universe to guide you, or your spirit guides to guide you, they're gonna put you in a situation, and test you and see and break you down and bring you back up and reflect yourself back onto others, and just allow you to see things that you may or may not believe in yourself, but that is very much true about yourself, that you may need to heal from or let go of, and it's all up to you to listen and actually do the work. Because if those situations come and you don't do the work and you don't listen, then you're gonna keep attracting more scenario, more harsh scenarios that you may wonder, damn, like, what did I do? Like, what did I do to anybody? And it's not even about what you did, it's about what you didn't do. Like, so again, take the time, to go through your healing process and just focus on yourself. You know, focus on yourself. Like, that's all that matters. When you focus on yourself, you know, you get closer to yourself. You figure out more things about yourself that, you know, you may have not known if you were to just continue to disregard your inner, you know, problems. You know, because it's very much easy to put up a smile and, you know, just not, you know, put ourselves out there, you know, or, you know, like, it's very much easy to run away from an inner self, because that's exactly where the problem resides. Not outside of you, is nobody else's fault but yourself. What about yourself having you heal to where as though you keep attracting certain situations into your life? You know, what exactly about yourself aren't you seeing that keeps you still and unable to move forward? Ask yourself those type of questions, and you very much find out, you know, what exactly you need to let go of, or you need to do for you to be in a better space, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, physically, all that. Because, you know, I always say this, no, nobody in this world is perfect. We're all mentally ill. Some are more mentally ill than others. Some are able to hide the mental illness more than others. So we all need to heal. Nobody is, you know, lesser or more than anybody. Everybody has their own healing to do, has their own trauma, or has their own problem, you know. So that can tell you that complaining is not going to do shit, you know. Like, just dwelling on it is not going to do anything. You know, it's okay to cry, because crying is a form of healing too, and letting go. But you know, attaching yourself to that pain and that vulnerability is not going to do anything until you actually make a change, until you actually say, okay, enough is enough. I've been in this space for so long, I've been doing this for so long, and I haven't experienced no result that I want. So let me do something different. You know, it's your choice, you know. But you need damn, this card is just flying out. Hold up, y'all. I'm trying to pick the last card, and it's like more intuitive message coming through right now, so it's taking its time, I guess. But yeah, you guys, like, this healing journey is not an easy journey, but it's a necessary journey to be on, like, for us to get closer to ourselves. Because when I tell you guys, we are so far from ourselves, but we still have that connection. So therefore, you know, aspect of ourselves are able to work together to help us get back together, basically, because we're fragmented pieces of each other. And I'm not talking about you a fragmented piece of me, no, like me as a being, I have fragmented pieces of me in different dimensions, different realities, and we all connected. So therefore we're able to all tap into each other if we allow ourselves to, you know. But you know, it's a journey for us to get back together into a full self, a whole self, you know. It's the message come now. Yeah, 32, internal explorer. I want you guys to look at the card, like, get the message that is like coming to you right now. Internal explorer. How amazing is that? And I've said this, like, you know, the problem is not about what is outside, is everything is inside. Like, everything, the answer is internal, you know. The problem is internal, the solution is internal. Is a big ass universe within, because we are a reflection of the universe outside of us. We have the universe within us too. So if you want to find any answer to any problem you have, we have to go internally and fix that shit and find the solution in there, you know, and bring it outside so it can actually play its part, you know, in outer space, you know, in this outer reality, if that makes sense. But internal explorer, just going within, you know, and exploring the world within, and, you know, shining the light in that darkness. Because, you know, inner world may be really dark for some of us, because we don't we don't shine a light in there. You know, we constantly focus on the outside and shining a light outside of us, that the inside is so dark and dim and it feels kind of empty. But that's because our soul, our shadows are, you know, are not lighting up, are not seen, they're in the dark, you know. So you may do something out and just, you know, be, you know, like be a service of others basically, or like do something where you shine your light outside, but internally when you go back to yourself, you feel drained, you feel like something is missing, you feel off. That's because of the internal self. The internal universe is very dim, it's very dark, you haven't shined your light in there, you know. So you have to learn how to go within. You have to learn how to do that, because I feel it like really heavily even as I'm speaking this, because I've been through so many experiences, you know, that I've allowed myself to just allow anybody to just come and pour from my inner world, that it left me very like drained and, you know, unconnected, or like unseen, unaware, unfelt. Like I was just there, I was just like, I didn't have no life, but I was living. Like I wasn't living myself, I wasn't me, like I wasn't in my truth, I wasn't in me. If you know what I mean. So like my inner world was very dark. It was a lot of, you know, demons and monsters in there that had built up, and that had, you know, a lot of like disorder in there that had just accumulated, you know, and it kind of outweighed me. I didn't know how to handle that, you know. And it wasn't until I started to slowly but surely, because it's very hard when you just give yourself to, you know, all the time, and you let yourself just be treated any kind of way, and you don't have much choice into your life, or, you know, much conviction, or, you know, confidence, you know, and authority over yourself, you know. Like when you start to gain that back, it's hard, you know. So because you have to deal with those internal part of you little by little, otherwise it's going to consume you and, you know, drive you crazy. That's why there's crazy people out here that do crazy shit, because they overconsumed by the demons, overconsumed by the you know, the inner world basically. So it's important to know when enough is enough. You know, it's okay to give, but it's also okay not to give. It is not selfish not to give. It is not selfish to, you know, look at yourself, to take care of yourself, to, you know, heal yourself. It is not selfish at all. So, you know, you need to know, like, you need to learn how to go internally and not feel bad about it, and learn, you know, more by yourself, and get rid and, I mean, put some order back into your inner world, and, you know, just talk to those aspects of yourself that you have been neglecting, you know, that has turned against you, and, you know, connect back with them so you can become one with them. Because once you one with your inner world, you become one with the outer world, and things start to play out in your favor. Because as long as there's chaos in your inner world, there's always going to be chaos in your outer world, or that's what you're going to keep receiving in your outer world. And it's going to be hard for you to have some kind of peace, you know, or to be in a better space, because you'll be in constant worry, constant negative thoughts, constant, you know, imbalance, you know, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all that, you know. So if anybody tells you out there that, you know, I've healed enough, I know, you know, let me tell you what you need to do, like, you got to look at them like, you know, like, you got to think twice about that, because nobody has done healing. Like, do you know how old a soul is? Do you know how many spirits embody a being that has experienced however much things? So it's gonna take eons for us to fully come back to like wholeness. Like, it's a journey. Like, it's a journey. It's okay to learn from each other, but, you know, not to look at somebody as like they got themselves together, because nobody got it together, you know. So like, you have to know that and go internally and, you know, heal your inner world, so you can, you know, have a connection in your outer world, basically a stronger connection to the universe outside of you. So I'm gonna read the book because it resonated a lot, with me every single time, to see what it got to say, because I know it's probably going to touch on some of what it is, some of the things that I've said. So let's see, that's 32. Ooh, that's a lot. All right. Internal explorer, flow state, accessing infinite information by going within, wisdom from the collective consciousness, theta waves, channeling, breaking free from limiting intellect, creative boldness, being guided by the divine spark. You already hold the keys. When we stop looking outside of ourselves and surrender to a soft inner focus, we have access to unlimited information and resources. When we stop thinking with the glass ceiling of an intellect, we have access to multi-dimensional wisdom from the collective consciousness. Have you ever felt in total flow? Perhaps when speaking about something profound that you have total faith in, you have heard your words articulately unfold. At other times, when you have doubt, you must watch your words and they come out disjointed, only hinting at what you are trying to say. In my journey as an artist, the person who heard the book, I found I was able to paint more skillfully than I imagined when I stopped thinking or tightly controlling my images into being. I stopped thinking or tightly controlling. Well, yeah. Sorry about that, you guys. That always happened. This was especially so when I was starting out. By getting out of my own way, I could get into a flow that felt like something else was guiding my paintbrush. This is known as a flow state, and is said to be the optimal state for higher function. When in deep flow state, it can seem as if something else is guiding me, perhaps is in my higher self. People often ask whether I have a strong concept of what I will paint before I start. I do have a half-formed idea, but the state I found myself in when I paint allows the rest of the image to form itself. I don't try to control it too much. When I allow myself to really go there and listen to the whisper that guide the journey, it gives me more soul to my pieces. They are the creations that people most resonate with, the ones that prompt a mysterious sense of remembering. I am dyslexic, and I do not think of myself as an author. So the prospect of writing the text for this guidebook could have been quite overwhelming, but I was guided to drop into the vibration of the card and trust that the words will flow. I reached a deeper part of myself when I somehow had access to information that was far more vast than my mind could intellectualize. The same place my visual artwork come from. You may have read quotes about being far more amazing than you realize. There is an infinite part of us that is God, or whatever you wish to call it. And when we attune to a divine state, we really can do anything we apply ourselves to. Exactly. Everything is there within you, waiting for expression. Now, the divinatory meaning is you are invited to explore the state of flow. This card is also a reminder that you are an infinitely amazing being who can access collective consciousness, especially when you surrender some control to the greater process or get out of your own way. You have the permission you felt you needed, so go within and explore. Wonderful gifts are waiting for you. Just like I said, like when you start to, go within and accept things as they are, accept yourself as you are. Don't try to control yourself or change yourself. Not, for anybody. Change whatever you feel is necessary for you to change at that moment. That's going to benefit you, in the future. So yeah, that's basically the whole message, that I feel as though this new moon in Virgo, might be bringing, or opening the door for, which is for you to start going internally and, you know, start creating the reality that you want. Because if you don't move, nothing else move. If you close your eyes, everything else remains. So the moment you make a move is the moment wow. So the moment you make a move is the moment that everything else follows. You know, it takes you making a choice, a decision, and following through with it. And, you know, you'll always be guided and you'll always be protected along your journey, you know, as long as you keep believing in yourself and having the strength and the confidence that is needed, you know. So yeah, you guys, that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys gained something very, very, very much valuable, or, you know, important or necessary, you know, in this reading. And, you know, may you continue to, you know, prosper and be at peace with yourself and stay in balance on your journey. And you are very not alone. And I mean, you have your spirit guides and the universe that is guiding you always, you know, and is going to work through people to always put you in a better space, you know. So don't get too lost. And another thing that I just want to say real quick, because I'm getting a lot of, like, you know, intuitive message right now, but, like, don't get too lost in, like, you know, what other people is doing for you, because that's the universe working through them to help you. You know, it's okay to give thanks, but not focus too much. Oh yeah, that person did this for me, all praise to them. No, like, the universe is working through them as it's working through all of us, you know, to help one another, you know. So again, yeah, use your intuition and trust and love yourself always. And until next time, peace and balance.